Have you ever thought about having a superpower, being able to bend steel with your bare hand, or possibly read people's minds? What if I told you that you already have a superpower? Today, we're going to talk about that superpower and how you can use it to change the direction of your life. So, obviously, you all stayed around, so you want to hear a little bit more. So, the superpower that you have is the power of choice. Now, some people might think that that's not a big power, but let's think about that a little bit. Every day we have some choices that we can go and make, whether we want to get out of bed in the morning or whether we choose to eat breakfast. These are kind of mundane choices, but those cumulative choices determine the direction of our life. And that seems actually pretty powerful. So, for example, if you choose to get out of bed, I mean, you can go to work, you can go to school, you can go have a productive day. Or if you choose to have breakfast, that means you're going to go and kickstart your metabolism with some healthy foods, or actually have enough energy to go and begin your day in a productive manner. These are some examples of how little choices can go and determine maybe the rest of our day. So by having that breakfast, you might be more awake and more receptive to hearing new information, or talking to a colleague about a project. And from that, you might be able to go and volunteer that, okay, I'll give that presentation. From that presentation, then you go and are recognized by one of the senior VPs. Those VPs recognize your skill in the presentation and your knowledge that you have for that presentation, and they want to talk to you more about it. So that choice in the morning to go have breakfast now has propelled you towards having a conversation with one of your vice presidents at the organization you work at. So as you can see, these little things go and add up to alter the direction of our day. Now let's look at something that's maybe a little bit bigger than that. Let's say the choice to start your own business. Now this can drastically change the trajectory of your life. That means you either scale back on the work you're doing to go start your business, or you completely stop the work you're currently doing, whether you quit your job or something like that, to go and pursue your passion or your dream, to go and pursue what you want to do for your business. Now, this can affect your finances. This can affect your family relationships. This can go and affect your personal health and mental well-being. And depending on how well you do, or how thorough you become in your ability to go and do that business, will really determine how the rest of your life, or at least a good portion of your life, is going moving forward from that point. So that's where a choice to go start a business actually impacts a good chunk of your life or your future. So that's where that choice is a superpower. It's the control over your trajectory of your life. Now, these are actions, right? Starting a business, waking up in the morning, getting out of bed, or having breakfast. But there's also the choice of mindset. So the way we interpret things, the way we perceive what is happening to us. And this is actually very powerful as well. Let's say, for example, you wake up in the morning and you start off with a positive affirmation, such as like, I am healthy, I am well, and I'm going to have a great day. You keep that mindset throughout the rest of your day, and it influences the way you interact with people, or the choices you make, thinking that, well, I'm well and healthy, I'm going to have a healthier lunch, or I'm going to have a positive interaction with my coworkers to make them feel better, or to make myself feel better. These mental decisions about how you perceive in the morning can affect the rest of your day. And then also the perception that you have throughout your day. Let's say, for example, you go and let's say you make some coffee, and you go and your coffee mug breaks. Well, you can fret about that, and you can say, oh, this is a bad thing, this is a sign, this is an omen, whatever you want to say. Or you can say, oh, the coffee mug broke, I'm just going to go get another one, or I'm going to help clean this up so that way nobody gets in an accident slipping on the coffee. So it's really, you can take it either as a negative way of like, oh no, this is bad, this is an omen, this is not good, or you can take it as, oh, it's an accident, it happens, we're human, move on from there. Again, that mindset determines how you will move forward through your day and through your life. So you can see that positive mindset determines how you receive bad news. You might say, okay, someone gave you a performance review and says you didn't do X, Y, and Z. You can be in a positive mindset, say, oh, I now have the opportunity to improve in an area I didn't know I was not doing well in. That allows you to see that as something to progress towards rather than, I didn't do this well, I'm bad, I'm not worth the work that I am doing. So again, you see that difference. You have the mindset of being positive and being able to grow from the experience rather than taking that as, I'm not good. So now that we know what the superpower is, the power of choice, what are you going to do with it? How are you going to go and utilize that to change the trajectory of your life? Here's a few examples that you can go and do to start utilizing that power of choice. You could, like I said earlier, you can use a mantra in the morning to start your day thinking about the present or the future, or thinking about how well and healthy you are. Simple mantras like that can really set the tone for the rest of your day and give you a much better experience. You could also start off by exercising 30 minutes in the morning, whether it be a walk around the block, hand cycling, or anything you're capable of doing to really get yourself going and get the blood moving through your body and having a great start to your day. You could also make the conscious decision to smile at those you meet, and you'd be how surprised when you smile at somebody that they're going to smile back. And a smile goes a long way to improving somebody's just day overall. You could also, the bigger goal or the bigger progress we had talked about, or decision or choice, is starting an own business. Maybe you've been thinking about something for a while, but you're not sure if you should go do it. Really sit down and think about, plan, determine whether you can financially do it, time-wise do it, and then start going towards that. Make a choice, a conscious choice to go and pursue that goal or that dream of what you want to do. So again, these are a few ways you can go and exercise your superpower. I would love to hear in the comments if you have more examples of exercising your superpower of choice and what those are, and really, giving other people or inspiring other people through the comments. So please leave some examples in the comments below of what your choice superpower is and some examples of that. But I would say from today, make a choice to make positive choices to improve the trajectory of your life and to grow as an individual, and maybe help other people grow as well through those positive choices. I want to thank you for joining me today, and have a great day.